How are you guys? So I've been told that I'm a minimalist. Um, Sorry, I don't talk to people about this stuff every day, so those words don't just roll right off my mouth. There's a couple things about being 55, gonna be 55, that I thought, gosh, I should really illuminate a little bit. So I do live pretty minimally, and I do struggle throughout with learning disabilities, and now I'm losing my sight, my hearing. It's all starting to kind of fade off. Yay! But I wanted to suggest a few things to you guys. I was going to do something called bathrobe talks, but I couldn't get the dumb thing to load, so I'm hoping I can get this to load. I'm having a little bit of technical issues, and I don't know if it's me or if it's my, it said, oh, you have too many pictures, so then I put my pictures on this CD, this thing, what are these called? It's got a USB, but it's also got, it's 128 gigabytes, so I put them on there. I don't know if it'll load or not, but anyway, I'm so excited because my daughter passed everything, so now all my money's mine. I was like, woo, this is all mine. I did buy a little bit more groceries, a little bit more healthy stuff, like hamburgers and sausages, all vegetable based or black bean based. At my Zoe. I eat cheese, and I still do eat eggs because at my age, I got to take care of this thyroid. He gets a little mad. He feels. Some of you young kids aren't going to think, oh, this isn't relevant, but everything that I say now is relevant. People have commented on how I live, and I say, well, when my kids lived here, I had a couch. When my kids lived here, I had stuff for people to live on, but I don't need a couch. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of my living room, because my bedroom is just a mattress and a TV stand, which you've all seen. But I think it's important that you live with what you do and live with what is important to you. Well, my kids probably started my daughter was 12 or 13 when I started making furniture in the house, a treadmill, a bicycle, things. I mean, if they wanted to play a game, they had the bicycle to do it. We had one very uncomfortable antique couch, and my son at, I think, 14, he was bigger than the couch. He did fall asleep on it. So kids will adapt to whatever lifestyle you have. But the one thing I did always do is if there's a cat or a dog in the house, they had pieces of furniture. They were comfortable. They lived within the circle of the family. And you're going to see that today quite a bit, because I'm not a couch person. I cut this chair that I'm sitting on down so that my legs sit straight instead of down this way, because it's so important to keep that blood flow. And I think it's important that people see this stuff, because while I'm adjusting and waiting to move into van life, you're going to see, I don't know what else to talk about. So furniture is a big deal. Back in the day, in the 18th century, I really loved the early 1900s and the late 18th century, because they actually cut the furniture cut for the size of the person. Wow, thank you. So they didn't have like the back pain we have today. They had it, but it wasn't as big, because the beds were made for them, the furniture was made for them. There's that. So now we're going to take a little tour of what I really do live like now. And I do have to pause just a minute to go get my dog. She's outside in the frozen tundra. There she is. Now, get her warm. Oh, she found one of her tennis balls. Oh my. This is my area here. I have a white table. I mean, you could make it more attractive, but since I'm transferring into van life, I don't want to buy anything. But I have bins for my stuff. I have things so that my vaping for my batteries. I've already got the charging pack for the rechargeable A's. Lesson number 1, go ahead and spend the extra $15 and get the one that does all the batteries. Way better worth it. That one does AA and AAA. which I'm thinking is mostly what I'll use, but still that's better. And then I have my shoes there. Like I said, we are transferring, so some of my stuff is like bleh. But this is the cat's bed. They have their bowl up there. This stuff is my kids, but this is my baby's area to play. Then I have a nice cat tree. They have a bed over here. You can see that the floor is completely open. When you have a toddler, it's important to give them the space to run, especially in frozen tundra of Minnesota. And even in my house, I didn't have a lot of furniture. We have the dog bed, dog food area, and another dog. She likes carrying my stuff around, so I leave that on the table, so she'll pull it down every day. That's all she wants to do, is just pull my stuff down so that when I get home, I identified that I left her. That's Olivia, not the cats. So I have different various boxes that will go away eventually for the cats. So that's kind of how I live, you guys. Back in the day, if you do a lot of entertaining, I understand having entertaining spaces. I understand couches, chairs, like that. They tend to suck you in, and the more comfortable you are, the more stationary you become, the less you dream, the less you want to do, the less happens. They stress that. The more you sit in a comfortable spot, the more you stay in that spot, the more you do less dreaming, the more you don't illuminate on what your possibilities are. And even though I have suffered from depression, I go through where I'm depressed and then all of a sudden I wake up. Oh, look, I'm still not dead yet. I can still do stuff. And that's where the van life awakened me. And now I'm studying how to invest. My dog is playing. Anyways, I'm studying how to get some passive income because I have a window here, a very little opportunity, and I need to make that happen. Still, I'm working 3 jobs. I'm Walmart and my PCA work, and then I have time for my grandbaby, so because that's important to me, right? So anyways, that's it. This was really about living minimally and making everyone comfortable. If I had another person in the house and they wanted a chair, can't be a recliner. It's just not good. You cannot sit in a recliner. Those things will kill your back, will kill your knees, and will kill your neck. You have those 3 things, get into a chair like this one. Because I'm going to tell you right now, for years, I had 2 of my elderly clients came in and they said, man, I get into my chair and it's like my muscles and bones just rest and then I can't get up, and it's, my sciatic acts up and I get out of the chair, don't sit in it. So they didn't sit, they gave me a 1-week challenge, but then they took it to 2 weeks to make sure. And I loved them. At the edge of their couch to watch their TV show or pillow up so that they're sitting so that their legs, like a lady, she would sit like a lady and he'd sit like a man, but they would sit so that they would pillow up their backs on the couch so that they had to sit forward and their legs were at the edge of the couch. And then when that got uncomfortable, they moved to a different chair. And when they were going to watch a movie, they actually laid down on the couch or they laid on the floor. And I thought, wow, and these guys are in their late 70s, or in their early 80s. And it wasn't just a fluke. So they waited the next 2 weeks. He said that he was very grateful that he got rid of it because he realized now he's still moving. They walk better every day. And he can get up out of a chair. Careful on what you really do with your furniture. Sitting on the floor is hippie style, I'm sorry, is probably the best thing as we age. I put my bed on the floor because I started not being able to get up off the floor. And I thought, oh no, we can't be doing that. We're only 54. So then now with this, when I move into the van, it's going to be a little harder because, things will be at my seating level. So I'm a little nervous, but I feel like we'll be busier because I'll already be home every day, so then I'll be able to take her out for a walk. In the summertime, I'm always pretty active, and in the winter, you know, I'll get out and throw the ball more for her because we'll be in parking lots, mostly. And hopefully not here for the winters. I don't, you know, I think originally I was going to be not here for the winters, but anyway, it's 15 minutes now. I've wrapped my mouth around. But I hope you guys enjoy the yapping. Up until we actually move in, I don't really have anything to report every day because I'm not really buying anything yet again. My big ones, like I said before, is the Berkey filter. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get a new mattress because my daughter wants her mattress back. I'm going to build my toilet as soon as I figure out how to separate it because I didn't buy the separator. So I have to build one and I haven't quite got there yet. But so those are going to be the two big things, is the Berkey filter, because I'll use it whether I live in a van or not, and I know I will because I use my water filter every day. And the animals prefer that filtered water, and so do I. And the mattress, that's going to be that's coming up. But since I just started the job and my daughter is now financing herself, I have to work towards that. Yeah, so there we go. That's where we're at. Paula's little thing. Your needs, not the needs of others. I need a place for my cats. I need a place for my baby. I need a place for my dog. I need a place for me. Your space, you know, if you get a cat, make him feel like it's his home too. You get a dog, make him or her feel it's his home too. You know, you have children, it should be their home too. You know, it's all up to your perspective, I guess. It doesn't bother me if people come over here and go, oh, wow, you know, the kids' toys right there. Cats, where do you sit? In that chair. And I sit in this chair for hours. Whatever I'm doing. And if I get tired of sitting in the chair, then I plop myself on the floor and I put my stuff down on the floor. I want to keep my body young and I want to keep my mind young as best I can. And the only way I know how to do that is to incorporate it into my life. All right, you guys, you know, I do love this YouTube family thing that goes on. I have learned and have felt so connected through YouTube with a lot of people that I just would never connect with out here and so I appreciate the YouTube channel and I appreciate what YouTube has developed, because there's some people in van life that Chrome Valdez, quite a few, Jamie on nomadics. Oh, I wish I could say that. Bob Wells. You know, there's quite a few van lifers that I listen to, and then I listen to some financial people that I just love. Graham Stephan, Dan Pena. I think that's right, but I could be wrong. He's older. He's got a mouth. Be warned. Dave Ramsey, clean as you can get. There's Jared Todd of New Jersey Van Life. I love him. He's like down in Florida now. I don't know why, but he is. Anyway, oh, and then there's Ghost. Can't remember his name. It'll come to me. I like him too because he does the higher scale stuff, and Jared kind of does all of it. And of course, you know, Bob Wells has gotten into, he's grown so much in even the year I've known him, he's grown so much that, you know, now he's like full-time to helping others to get into a van, and they've really taken that with the Howa. They've really taken that into a huge step. And just like Jamie, when I first met him, they did the van get together, the van builds, but it's grown a lot in the last year, just put it that way. So it's been fun. This, you guys can watch how much you want. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Okay, appreciate it. I really do. Bye-bye.